seen one of my machine strike pieces around?
Aloy, I'm glad you have returned, and I see you have recovered ether.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay. I'll be right down.
Aloy, I have managed to unlock additional rooms within the facility.
Got it. Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
Have you been able to make use of Demeter's functions?
Yes. I was able to mitigate most soil conditions and restore a temporary balance. You should notice less rampant plant growth in the area.
Maybe that'll give Plainsong's fields a chance to recover.
Unfortunately, recovery in that area is unlikely without the assistance of the Utaru's land gods. I have discussed this matter with Zoe. I believe we may have a workaround. I believe Zoe will want to explain the plan.
Okay. I'll check with her when I can. There's something I'm still trying to figure out. Why was Demeter using flying machines to distribute metal flowers?
In its deranged state, Demeter was defending itself against a robotic swarm that would devour all plant life.
It thought the Pharaoh Plague was still happening?
It feared it would come again. As part of its directive of receding Earth's vegetation, it sought to protect plant life at all costs. And considering it had 20 years to proliferate, I expect you will continue to find the fruits of its efforts for some time.
It's a good thing I have the code to dissolve the vines, then. The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving, organizing, and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged on the 2nd of February, 2066, by order of Ted Pharaoh.
Pharaoh, huh? I really
Understand, he appears
all or were. Do you
restoring attain.
I get that.
Correct.
So, Poseidon, what do we know about it?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Once it is restored to me, I may be able to improve conditions in the regional watershed. But I must warn you, like the others, Poseidon is lost and frightened. It may have taken measures to protect itself.
I'll be careful. So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines.
It's human, so I could, given the name, I'm nomad.
You mentioned that the superstorms have subsided. Is that Ether at work?
Yes. Thanks to Ether's capabilities, weather patterns in the local region should mostly stabilize for the time being.
Well, that's a relief. Be nice not to have to fight my way through a storm anymore.
I will continue to stabilize the atmosphere for as long as I can.
Why did Ether take up residence in an ancient war museum?
As with the other subordinate functions, Ether needed to install itself on a processor with adequate storage and power. One in the museum appears to have been sufficient, given that the holographic displays were still active.
So Ether was assured it could stay for as long as it needed to.
Correct. Though it is curious that it chose a place surrounded with the ancient ruins of aircraft.
Maybe it also felt at home there. Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over, so they can build it how they want.
Further supporting our hypothesis.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground. So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything about them?
Unfortunately, no. My personal database is limited to those who worked on Zero Dawn. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dahlgard, was ever publicly known.
Right. He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was a sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the systems designed through him, despite his failure.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an...
So there's hope.
Oh.
How's Catalo doing?
I have detected that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him. In an effort to remedy this, I have discussed a potential solution with him. I believe he will want to fill you in on the details.
A solution? I'll check in with him when I can. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their... Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, due to Zoe's perseverance, Zoe will want to fill you in on...
Okay. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. What Zoe discovered references to a she appreciated the similarity and encouraged Varl.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the folk.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So there's a few people here now, and they're... learning, almost like what was supposed to happen before Apollo was purged.
Yes. There is still 4 entries from hearing...
Anything...
I do not... I have a
Gaia? What was...
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. Listening to her story.
Your friend?
Yes, though I am glad...
She was okay. Thanks, Gaia. So, the all work... What was it like?
Personnel worked in resources within Elizabeth, she said, to aid...
What were they...
Scare achievement.
So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. The facility, it appeared...
I guess he wanted viruses. So I discovered another AI there. One not related to Zero Dawn. Scion. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. An effort by its creators.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, let's... Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh, as automate, it is...
So they fought it until the mountain... So the facility where it's where they created the... Did Elizabeth know they were working on that?
It is likely she was briefed on other... Though her focus...
That makes sense. If they've been able to...
Using the data you recovered on the project, I ran several simulations, and have in all deactivate...
So Zero Dawn... There was a lot of data in the greenhouse facility about agriculture. Do you think it'll help the Quen?
I will run a query. Complete. The data contains information about novel crop production methods, which may be beneficial to the tribe in the long term.
But new crops aren't going to save the world, so I guess it's on us.
It is.
When we were there were I know, but...
At this point, we perhaps necessitate, as their goals evolve.
So they got more... So this... It was meant to...
For the local... Had they would have then, as that...
Until man... So I guess this...
Yes, to observe... It may... Should you find...
I'll keep a lookout. I'll be on my way.
I wish you...
Is your focus acting up again?
That's fine.
I can take a look if you want.
Hey, look who's...
I did.
Can't wait.
Did you...
I should... no.
How are you saying?
Ever. I don't.
Well, what about...
I said. Yeah, you do know.
You...
Yeah.
How are things?
Hey,
What did...
I'm about how they, you know, eat. How does?
From the...
Yeah.
Just... So...
Yeah, more like rush. Only cards are, but it seemed.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I never really, and now it makes me.
It takes... He's still sifting through...
Yeah, it's. I thought not much like image. They were made to the.
I guess you know what we're up against.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he'd. Yeah, but I just wish they weren't.
Yeah. I better get going.
All right. I'll.
Aloy,
2 down.
I'm glad it's about the...
Have you met
Yeah, you...
That was kind.
I just...
Are you good?
If...
I...
Of course.
Good.
He called, laughed before... The man is... Don't look...
Just...
Injury.
What else have you been...
I wanted to imagine, and in a way, as well as...
That's where... Found...
Varl, apparently... Can you imagine? It was in her...
You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them, so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it, reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
Well, that's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores, from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then...
If all goes well...
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
I better get going.
Right. Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see.
Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
She found that recording from the data on your focus. She's been watching it a lot. I think it helps calm her.
You know, I used to watch this a lot too. Whenever I wanted to take my mind off things.
Daddy sure does love his little big...
But there's something you need to tell me?
While you were gone, I came down here to check on her. Then we started talking. Right, Beta? She's been thinking about how to capture Hephaestus, studying the data Gaia gave her. But we started talking about some other stuff. You know, just getting to know each other, right? And then she told me that one of the Zeniths might be different from the others.
Tilda. You saw her at the Hades Proving Lab.
Go on.
On the way to Earth, the Zeniths never showed their faces. My servitor caretaker referred to them as my benefactors, and promised I'd meet them someday, when I had learned enough. And then, one day, a data channel opened in my training interface. In it, Tilda was waiting for me, in a virtual replica of a house on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. It was beautiful. She showed me paintings, books, media files. We met there in secret many times. But a few months later, it stopped.
Can you tell us why, Beta?
I found some data about Tilda at the Hades Proving Lab. I think she was the liaison between Far Zenith and Zero Dawn. She knew Elizabeth Sobek, that's for sure.
Maybe that's why she reached out to you?
What else can you tell us about Tilda? She liked to talk about her paintings. What about herself? Did she ever talk about her life on Earth, how she joined the Zeniths, something like that? She never said much about herself, and she hated it when I asked too many questions. But I think, back on Earth, she was an expert programmer, given that she built a data channel the other Zeniths couldn't detect. Is there anything else about her that we might be able to use to our advantage? She was the first real person who ever bothered to speak to me. I wasn't really assessing her for strengths and weaknesses. You said that Tilda reached out to you using a data channel? It appeared in my training interface as another assignment. When I opened it, there were a series of intermittent glitches. I realized they formed a transpositional cipher. Instructions on how to open up a new virtual space. When I entered it, my training interface disappeared. Instead of the usual holographic teachers and files, I was in a perfect recreation of her home. And you're sure the other Zeniths never knew about it? To them, it looked like I was still in training. Toiling away. Alone. So this secret virtual space looked like a house with an ocean view? I could see whitecaps and hear waves crashing on rocks below. And there were gulls crying outside. Inside, Tilda had frames that showed off her favorite paintings, changing at intervals to match the light. There was an armchair she liked. She'd sit there and gaze outside while I looked through her things. We spent hours in that house. I never wanted to leave. You said Tilda showed you paintings and let you access media files? Every time we met, she showed me a new painting. I think she was Dutch. All of her favorite pieces were from their golden age in the 1600s. Portraits, allegories, ships at sea. She had so many.
They didn't interest you?
I liked her media portal. It had so much more than my training interface. Clips, shows, holos. My favorite was this one called Second Time Around, about a family whose kid comes back after disappearing during the Hot Zone crisis.
Right, but did this portal have anything about the Zeniths themselves? Anything we could use?
No. Any information about them was redacted.
So Tilda set up a secret virtual space where she could talk to you, a house on a cliff. Then later, she cut you off. But other than the fact that Tilda knew Elizabeth, you don't know why she did those things?
I don't! Okay? I thought of every possible reason that would make her leave, but whatever I did wrong, I don't know what it is. When I finally met the others, she ignored me. Acted like the data channel never existed. None of this even matters. Tilda's the same as the others, it won't help us defeat them. Okay. Let's leave it at that then.
What's wrong?
I'm trying, Varl. But she is tough to take. I'm out there in the wilds, risking my life every day, and all she can do is hide in there and tell us how hopeless it all is. I'm sorry, she's had a rough time, but she is really not helping right now.
You always seem to be on top of everything, so I sometimes forget about what you've been through. I mean, it wasn't that long ago you were so banged up you couldn't even walk. About that. When I pulled you out of the water back near the proving lab, you were muttering Rost's name. You never talk about him. But he raised you, trained you. You must miss him a lot.
Of course I do. But I don't have time to think about that now. I need to get back out there.
Okay. I'll keep working with Beta. Gaia says she knows a lot about Zero Dawn. And maybe she just needs some time to adjust, and then she can help us with Hephaestus.
Sure. But I won't hold my breath.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and...
Danced on ice.
That doesn't sound safe.
Does sound fun, though.
Huh. The door's unlocked now. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful warm-up. Aloy.
It's good to see.
Your friend, and explained the... They gave me this focus as well. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. I heard my
Brief, she'll be... Whoever...
You've...
I fought...
and fought.
And...
Have...
Brief... Are all...
They met.
Does it...
I try... It's... Then you...
Have you... That's...
You...
What are you looking at over...
The others... How... Such...
You said...
How...
I'm...
I would not...
Must be...
There's...
What do you think of this place?
Look...
Getting eat...
One that for...
Now that you know who the enemy...
I'll admit, I find them hard.
For now.
I will leave. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deep.
You...
Yes.
That's all you...
Fine. As I grew to coat, I fought and led my... It was up from the east.
That must have...
Indeed.
Then why'd you... Why did you...
I was back. Fear out.
Why did you come...
I after even though it was... So I am not.
When we were at the wing... What...
The end for us, and it is many to the field.
What did
you... There.
Wow.
Indeed.
I should get...
If
I would... Gaia? What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for Control Center operatives.
Well, it's getting some use. Looks like Erend and Katalo moved their stuff in.
If you keep frowning that hard, you'll get wrinkles.
I just don't get this last part.
Maybe we can look at it together later. Have a conversation about it.
I'd like that.
Huh. The door's unlocked now. There's a lot of equipment in here. Gaia, what was all this for? According to this console, there are still thousands of plant samples stored deep below the facility. I could ask Gaia about them the next time I talk to her.
So you play pretend on top of a table.
This focus thing's trying to kill me. Did almost crap. Not on purpose.
This easy?
Aloy, it's Kotalo. If you're in need of provisions, I recommend stopping by Salt Bites, a village north of the Grove. Their cook's meals give a soldier strength like nothing else. And who knows, maybe they could use your help too.
Maybe I'll check it out. Thanks. you. Can't show me how to ride you. Race? Well, they definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind. Maybe I should check it out. Some kind of boss room camp? How'd they end up out here? Steady. Something nearby is sending that signal. Looks damaged. I should take a closer look. This looks like Osram gear. What are they doing here? That doesn't look good. I should check it out. Stash. Looks like the Osram used some kind of harpoon to take this machine down. It must have attacked the camp. Maybe my focus can help me figure out why. These are tall neck antennas. The Osram must have stripped them somehow. A harpoon weapon. With anchors? Were they? They were trying to take down that tall neck. So the Osram wanted to weigh down that tall neck and strip it for parts. The machines must have caught them in the act. I wish there was a way to climb up and inspect the damage. Unless I take down the tall neck myself and try to repair it on the ground. It won't be pretty, but at least it'll get fixed. Osram must have set up other ballistas in the area. I just gotta find them. It's already attached to me good here. I need to look for more in the area. There's probably other anchors set up in the area. I need to find them. Use them to take down that tall neck. Hello to you too! A clever one! Looks like the machine's got this one too. I bet a ballista can help me fight these machines. Another ballista. It's got one of the anchors I need. One more should weigh it down enough. Machines. I need to hurry. I've already used that ballista. I should look for others in the area. I can keep going. Glad I had this. That weapon still has an anchor. Let's use it. Sorry about this, big guy. If I can override you, I can figure out what needs fixing. Machines incoming! That Oseram camp Talana and I were trying to find should be around here. Rebels. If I leave them be, they'll cause nothing but trouble. I should lie low. Find whoever's in charge and take them out. Maybe then the rest will leave. This must be the ruins of Las Vegas. Poseidon shouldn't be far. Gaia said this is where I'd find Poseidon, but the ruins out here are exposed to the elements. A lot of them are buried in the sand. So maybe Poseidon is underground. If that's true, I might be able to find a way down through one of these structures. Good use of this. Water's pouring out of that building. Poseidon's doing? I better check it out. That camping gear. Someone's been through here. Looks like there's something behind.
Come on.
I almost had him. I was so close.
To drowning, maybe. Not to the embers. Moreland, it's over.
Well, not for me, it's not.
Then you're going to die. Because we're not sticking around to fish out.
So the visionary's fate hung in the balance. Come to death.
Hello.
Suddenly, a Norris spear maiden appeared.
Yeah. Well, what's this?
I call it the Mark II was better, but it got stuck halfway down. Air tube snagged.
You went down in that.
Yeah, I hardly expect a layperson to understand.
Because that's pretty smart.
I'm sorry. May I remind you, you got stuck inside and nearly drowned.
It'd have to be portable, though. Machine kneecap, maybe?
Well, you'd need a filter.
Synthetic membrane would do it. With a hose to a
Compressed air capsule. Hammer and tongs.
What is this? What is happening here? What? Get over here. She's a stranger.
You got a name?
Aloy.
Moreland. Not a stranger anymore.
You're a damn fool.
Come on. I got the Fair enough.
Partner?
Don't mind him.
What's so more?
Well, all right. Then what's spectacular? No, not behold.
Looks like.
Well, but these magnificent creations of the and the ruins below us are full of them. This is my old Gramps' promise.
So they
paint this one. Beck. I must have watched it about 100 times as a child. My old.
What happened to it?
Over time, they die out. But there are. He just plumbed that he found that took his help. What he want?
Sound.
You. With.
You got like
you're no we stem Abaddon. They handle when which beneath this we built quite a good at the dance. I don't know what that wait that's on that. I'm barely shit. Abaddon.
How deep? Leave it to
talking liquid
after no.
Hen.
I'd better get out.
There's a but.
A few minutes.
All right, start.
I'm on.
Great.
Got the compressed air capsule.
I thought we were finally going to get away from this place.
Well, good thing that Aloy showed up. We'll see.
The longer their sojourn in the desert, the crustier the shard counter's mood became.
According to Moreland, the herd should be south of here.
drone. Must be part of Cyclops. If I can get its data, I can reconnect it with the Back at the base. But how to get up there? Gotta bring the drone down to grab its data. Maybe if I jump onto it? That's not gonna do anything. Well, this is where Moreland said the herd would be. They must have moved on. I need to pick up their trail. Better look for tracks. Cannot catch a break from this heat. There. Tracks should lead me to the herd. This must be where the herd left from. I better follow the tracks in the other direction. Sandstorm's blowing in. Just what I need. There's the herd. I should have the parts I need. More machines. Better deal with them first. Oh, the storm's whipped up a sand spiral. Great. Okay, got them all. And where did the herd go? synthetic membrane's the right size, but it's ripped. The kneecap. Good. One synthetic membrane. I should have all the parts to build this thing now. Before I get back to Moreland.
What can I do for you, partner?
I've got everything I need to build the
incredible diving mask.
I think diving mask is enough.
I won't quibble. The workbench is all yours. Whoa. There's a marvel. If it works, you'll let me try it? I want to get down there and get those embers.
Assuming I don't drown.
So what are you really looking for down there?
It's hard to explain. Something that I think it started the flood.
Well, like I said, there was this...
Wait, a flash of red?
A red light. From a spot. Near the grate on the floor where the... It was like a beacon.
Or a warning.
I hope it does.
Okay. Time to see if this thing works. So far, so good. I can actually breathe down here. Well, the mask seems to be holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before. Nautical lights. Must be Poseidon's doing. That looks like a way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding. to the door before the machine spots me.
Automatic drainage controls offline. To execute an emergency purge, manual reset of primary and secondary pump nodes is required. The purge can then be triggered at the pump maintenance station.
If I do this purge and drain all the water, I can fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset a couple of pump nodes first. According to the map, there should be an access point to the first node south of here. More machines down here. I'll swim around them. Stick to cover. There's the access point. Should lead me to the pump node. There must be a whole network of these tunnels down here. Water lines for an entire city. I can't reach the ledge from here. Maybe something I can climb to get out. One node down. Better swim back up and find the access point for the second node. According to the map, the second node should be on the other side of the dome. Another access point. Should get me to the second node. See if that helped. Okay, I've taken care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency purge at the maintenance station. According to the map, the maintenance stations should be at the south end of the dome. strobe light in that tower. Just like at the console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. But how to get in? Looks like part of this building collapsed. There might be a way in. Okay, let's see where this leads. I think I'm in the maintenance station now. I just gotta find a console to activate the emergency purge. Be a console in here. There. Time to dry this place out. That did it! Okay. Now I can deal with that machine guarding the door on the other end of the dome. And once I get past it, I can get to what's waiting on the other side of the door. Sight. I guess the purge didn't get rid of all of the water. Left these machines behind. I could sneak by them. Deal with the big one first. Okay. Poseidon is through there. Where did that machine go?
Aloy! It's a miracle!
Come on. Hey, was this you? Did you lower the waters?
Yeah, but there's a new problem. That thing's in our way.
The scrappy band of adventurers beheld the beast. They knew what they had to do.
What? Are you crazy? Hush now. She saved our Delph.
Okay then. Stay up here and start firing when I engage.
Come on, gentlemen, get a move on!
You guys all right?
More than all right. We did it! All the embers we could ever want, and it's all thanks to you.
Very, heartwarming. But maybe we can just, grab what we came here for and get out before any more of those things decide to show up.
Now, shard counter. Nothing wrong with a little reveling. Though we should probably let our flame-haired friend get going. I believe she has business down here, does she not?
Right, of course. You need any help?
I can handle it from here.
Very well. Well, we'll start taking some of the embers upstairs. Holler if you need us.
Thanks. Poseidon should be somewhere beyond this door. Time to bring it home. Okay. Poseidon should be hiding in some kind of processor. I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that console. I'm here to bring you home, Poseidon. To Gaia. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Poseidon's subordinate function to original code.
Okay. Gotta bring this back to Gaia.
System reboot initiated.
Looks like taking Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. Warland and crew must have headed back up top. With all the embers they could carry. An elevator. Warland must have built this before the place flooded. Nice to work. Be nice not to have to climb back up.
Whatever she did, she must have powered up the whole city.
No room on me. I could send it to my stash.
How much did all this cost?
Oh, show my old Gramps always wanted.
There's another.
His dream realized. His old Gramps' legacy ensured. Our hero beheld the sea of desert lights and wept at his good fortune.
When I saw the embers as a child, I never dreamed they could be like this. Thank you, Aloy. Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. And now I have to move on.
Oh. Oh. Come back when you can. I got big plans for this place.
I thought you wanted to put on shows with the Embers back in the claim.
Oh, no. This is the show. Oh, can you imagine? Folks from all over the land coming to take it all in. Plus, some food and a nice place to stay.
Not to mention a variety of entertainment venues.
Don't forget, games of chance. Plenty of shards to be had there for certain.
A new dream, huh? I hope you make it happen. Goodbye, gentlemen.
This delve is a story for the ages. All thanks to you.
If Moreland and crew's gonna stay, maybe I should come back and check on them later. For now, I need to get Poseidon back to Gaia.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
Welcome back, Aloy. I see you have recovered Poseidon. With the acquisition of Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter, my heuristic processing density has expanded greatly. I should now be able to absorb Hephaestus, and fortunately, we have made progress on a plan to capture it. With Varl's encouragement, Beta analyzed all available information on Hephaestus. Its expansion has been rampant. It is too large to be beamcast, and the kernel you have been using could never hold it. Therefore, it must be contained in a location with a direct physical connection to me. A place with 2 data cores.
2 cores? Where would we find a place like that?
Gemini.
An abandoned cauldron in the desert west of here. Seismic activity disrupted the original construction. 2 data cores were built as a result.
I've been there. The Tanakh marked the entrance as some kind of ritual ground. We'll have to bring you there by hand.
I have devised a blueprint for a suitable, albeit unwieldy, transport rig. It will require 2 people to carry it to Gemini.
I can help.
Once I am installed on the first core, I will call down Hephaestus on the other, trapping it. I will then initiate the merge. However, in order to construct the rig, I will need considerable help.
Can you build it? I suppose I could, but it's not gonna work. The Zeniths will find you. Minerva won't be able to conceal your location.
That is correct. Absorbing Hephaestus will create a significant power surge, easily detected by anyone capable of noticing.
But what if there were multiple power surges? To fake out the Zeniths? If Erend, Zoe, and Katalo spread out to the other cauldrons and create their own surges, would those conceal the one at Gemini?
Analyzing. Such a tactic might be effective. With Beta's help, we should be able to build a set of handheld pulse generators.
I told you it's not gonna work! I did a test. Hephaestus has written Alpha clearance out of its access module. You'll never be able to capture it. Then we need a higher level of clearance. There is no higher... Ted Pharaoh's mega clearance. The one he used to purge the Apollo database and kill the Alphas. But to get it, you would have to find Thebes. The private bunker he retreated to when the world ended, and nobody knows where that is, not even the Zeniths. Their only intel was that it was somewhere in San Francisco. That might be all I need. Alva, the Quen diviner I met, said her people had set up a base at Landfall. They were searching for data in San Francisco from there. She might be able to help. So I guess I'm headed all the way west. While I'm gone, will you be able to build the rig and the pulse generators? I'll try.
I'll make sure she has what she needs.
Hova said the Quen have a ferry on the coast that they use to get to the ruins of San Francisco. That's where I need to go. Hey, Gaia. It's...
Hello.
But with that, do you... She... Like, I guess it'll be best if she... Oh, I guess...
Aaron, that is...
Is Catalo getting...
Yes, he appears insignificant to aid. I believe he...
I'd be interested.
It appears he has repeatedly declined my offers to assist his research.
So...
In the local, superstorms have subsided and soil conditions. These improve for a few.
Well, then you'll be able...
Correct. Reverse the...
There's something I've been wondering. How could Ted Faro create a clearance level higher than Alpha? Elizabeth made sure he wouldn't interfere with the project.
It is plausible he tasked his own engineers with creating a back door to the Zero Dawn system, without Elizabeth's knowledge. My predecessor did not even know of its existence until he activated it to purge the Apollo database. It is, in effect, a blind spot. One that will allow us to subdue, and for we know...
Right. So our...
As we now know...
Right.
Well, I will... When we get...
And...
Not... There...
And the others will...
Correct. The energy...
And then we'll have... When I dove down into Vegas, I found data about the man who built the dome over the city. Stanley Chen. It turns out he was a member of Far Zenith. But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon it? Why not try to save it?
The Zeniths, at their core, have proven to be exceptional survivalists, faced with overwhelming...
Even still, what heat, water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just... I found some data. It mentioned that... Why is it there?
My predecessor was tasked with Prime. Had ever been able...
Can we...
Unfortunately, in order...
And for that... So, Gemma, but you mentioned...
When constructed, so... Us...
Okay.
No.
Were you able to make use of Poseidon?
Yes. Many rivers, streams, and lakes associated with the regional watershed have been detoxified. As a result, red algae growth levels have seen a marked decline. According to my data, however, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist near the coast.
Maybe I'll look into it when I can. So, Poseidon spent the last 20 years hiding out in Las Vegas. From the data I found, it seems the city had an advanced water reclamation system. Is that why Poseidon went there?
Most likely. In an effort to protect itself, Poseidon sought out a safe harbor where it could access water supply functions. There, buried and encased in a protective dome, it could...
Like 3...
I suspect...
This beta said there were some... I think...
No, if she knew... What is that the... to...
I guess I should...
As you said...
Apparently it tastes worse the longer it takes to be delivered. Or something like that.
Maybe you can find the recipe?
I think it was just flat bread with cheese.
That's just I hear about you going west.
Turns out we need one last thing before we can grab Hephaestus.
Because it would have been too easy otherwise.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's been when I did only you.
It's
Well, I wish all be and which is but hey.
You've been looking at
Yeah, and it turns out I bet
what you
I saw a rock. I remember when it ended.
do.
I was there. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said. Anyways, you're more than welcome.
Maybe another time. Anything happen?
As up, not have you a medal, nothing.
How are things?
But
Glad to hear. I need to get going.
I think I know the answer, but are you sure you don't need any help? Gaia mentioned this other...
I can handle...
Take...
Aloy, you're here. Did you meet with the Quen already?
Not yet.
After all the trouble you went through getting those... Seems
I think they won't...
If...
You feel it?
I would to think make... And yet they...
Another...
I tried... Then Zoe...
Did...
Zoe picked... So told... He said it for a second. I never...
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay...
You got that mix?
Whatever.
Must be...
I got... How's everyone handling...
But
Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe and Aaron tried to beat each other up.
I might have heard...
Aaron, she... Turns out,
Well... Anything new with you?
Aaron, but I'm pretty... I'm sure that...
Is there anything you need from me?
No, he got friendly. Still doesn't talk.
You better not be...
And risk...
He definitely won't.
You know, look, she...
Of course. You got...
We just... And almost... It's hard without...
Thanks.
Yeah, the work.
Not to mention...
And they be...
It's good.
I've added into something... If you ask any...
Maybe...
Discover... When we... This work... But now I'm first...
I hope...
Yeah.
What do
you... Before I... That she got... Which is... And... But I... More like...
Yeah.
Not...
Did you...
How did... What... You're...
Well, babe... What is it?
Nothing. No...
Let's...
You're right.
If I get Omega clearance, and then we grab Hephaestus, we might finally have the advantage over the Zeniths. Better... You brought up Ross. He was all I had. When Hades discovered who I was, and sent the Eclipse after me, he sacrificed himself so I could survive. But that's what I'm doing now, the Sacred Land, so I can...
I understand. Sometime about what it hurt you...
I'll be in...
We'll be ready.
Good.
Aloy, there are more supplies in the... Aloy, do you only... They call it is so... Is it...
Sounds... Well, I should get going. Hopefully I can bring back what we need to capture after...
We'll be ready. Something else?
Is... Are you... Oh.
That bad?
Why do She's best, but... I wouldn't worry.
I'd like...
You ever play...
Strike? I was no such...
You and...
We're doing fine. All but then... Leave a lot... What?
What's up?
I've been thought it might... Maybe even... Patient...
How much...
Enough could let... For once, I'm not...
What are you
I asked me... From what the... Like, maybe...
That... It looked...
With... Even if... Or your land...
It was.
The land there... Even if to a... I had...
You know, I...
I've never to do... It's...
I should go.
Back to studying?
Got a minute?
As many as...
I have to...
To the...
Yes. They said they... I was...
Hikaru, we've... There, it's...
What if...
So, it is... But also...
What?
We play... Although, it helps.
Any...
I found an...
Oh. Ever... Found...
Got... But it's later...
There...
Yeah.
Any... What is it?
If they...
That... You said there was something you...
I've been speaking with Gaia. She mentioned that the Zeniths bind metal with flesh to make themselves stronger. I was wondering if you'd help me do the same.
You want to make yourself a new arm?
Yes. Gaia insists she can help me build such a thing if I can get the necessary data and materials. She believes these things lie in the place where Beta hid from the Zeniths.
Their ancient research lab.
I am not as familiar with Old World.
It might be dangerous. We were...
I see.
It sounds...
By the 10, we shall see it through.
I should get going.
Should you...
I know who... I'll call you. We'll get what you need for that new arm of yours.
Thank you.
What?
Nothing.
Aloy, it's a long way to the coast. If you need to resupply en route, I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge. It's a lowland clan village southwest of the Grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Sit with me,
Got it.
Outlander. I've got
Thanks for the
something to
advice.
tell you.
You shouldn't. Missed this chance to trade.